It feels like the page is staring back at me. In fact, at this point, it probably is. My gaze drifts from the journal to the window by the entrance. Marina is outside, twirling the payphone's corn as she pops in another quarter. She bites her lip and looks to the window. Our eyes meet. She sends me a small, anxious wave. Closing the book, I let out a yawn and remove my head from my fists. I'm sure there's a red imprint on my cheek. Kinda like a little punch. Figuring out we had to go to Shiprock was the easy part. Everything else has been a gigantic pain in the ass. There's a rush of precious cold air getting sucked from the building. Marina enters, carefully shutting the door and taking the seat opposite me in the booth. So, how'd it go? It went fine, I guess. Your parents okay with all this? Maybe not okay. A smile creeps onto her face. Oh dear. But they understand. At least someone gets it. Because I still don't. You weren't happy about the car, though. I think you're the only person who was. How couldn't I be? Maria showed us that the treasure's real. You're gonna believe the people who stole your car? It was an accident. They didn't mean to. Besides, they're nice. Before I can argue further, our waitress emerges from the kitchen carrying our order. Hot black coffee for me, a milkshake for Marina, and a large order of fries for us both. Marina's eyes bright at the sight of the shake. Like with a slushie, her sweet tooth takes control of her. She practically starts drooling over the glass. With a nod, the waitress disappears back into the kitchen. Thanks for the food, by the way. Well, it's not like I really had a choice. I could hear your stomach from the driver's seat. I wasn't about to let you starve to death on my watch. Plus, I was getting pretty hungry, too. Amazingly, Marina didn't freak out at the sight of the diner, like she has at everything else so far. I was genuinely shocked when I didn't hear a gasp of awe escape her mouth as we pulled up. Hey, Amber, why don't you get a shake too? Coffee and fries don't really go together, don't you think? That's a good point. I thought it was weird, coffee in the desert, but you know, I guess she's the driver, she needs to keep alert. No, she's also studying the book, so maybe she's trying to heighten her awareness, cognitive functioning. She needs caffeine. I'm fine. I don't really like sweet things. Ooh, we do not have that in common, young missy. That's super good, especially when you dip your fries in it. No, bad girl, bad. Ugh, actually, god damn it. I do have to admit, you know, savory and sweet, not bad, but ugh, it's just some things that shouldn't go together. That's water and oil right there. She takes several of the fries and does just that, dipping them in the milkshake like it was ketchup or mustard. I closed the book and threw it in her face, drove off in the desert never to see each other ever again, because that is a fucking deal breaker. Or not. That's silly. I can do the same thing with my coffee. Taking a fry, I dunk it in the coffee and take a bite out of it. That was a bad idea. Marina can see it too. Grimacing, I place the rest of my fry on my napkin as I try to cope with the cold, chill, and sulfury aftertaste. Maybe it would work better if you put creamer in it? Somehow I doubt that. Besides, it would just ruin the coffee. I don't know how you can even drink it without cream. Or at least a little sugar. It's too bitter. Alright, I guess we have more in common than I thought. It's an acquired taste. You find flavor in the bitterness. I don't get it. So I think it's weird you drink something like that. How do you mean? I don't know. Her brow furrows, deep in thought. Always seems so yes or no about stuff. If you like something, then you do. If you don't like something, then you don't. You're losing me, Mary. What did Mom used to tell us when we didn't listen to her? Oh yeah. Basically, you have a really thick head, Ember. I guess that was more reminiscent. What did Mom used to tell us? Yeah. Rather than like, hey, you're not my sister, but what did my mom used to tell both you and me? Whatever. You're thick-headed. I nearly spit out my coffee. Gee, thanks. Or was it a thick skull? Whatever. You know what I mean, right? I think so. Maybe. It wasn't really an acquired taste for me, now that I think about it. Maybe I've always liked the bitterness. Maybe I just convinced myself that I did. I don't know. Is that a bad thing? Just like in Marina's RV. Oh, goddammit, those two M names. Let's try that again. Just like in Mariah's RV. Marina shakes her head and gives me a sweet, genuine smile. I don't think so. I actually really like it. Reminds me of Shiprock. A warm, tickling sensation bubbles up in my chest. It forces me to smile, but I play it off all cool and breezy-like. Remind you of a rock? You shouldn't say that kind of thing. People might think they're insults. Goodbye, music. Satisfied with how I play that off, I reach for a fry to reward myself. But instead of hot, crispy goodness, something smooth brushes against my fingertips. I gaze down at the plate of fries. Marina's hand, for a split second, rests below mine. We instinctively snap back. Marina's face is a bright shade of pink, and mine probably similar. Oh dear. Sorry. The room feels 10 degrees hotter. We try to reestablish eye contact, but our glances shoot off in other directions as soon as we meet. Hey, Amber. I managed to compose myself long enough to look back. You said something about bills and expenses last night, right? I don't know what exactly you meant by that, or what it is you have to pay off. But since we know the treasure's real now, I was wondering. Maybe you might think about sticking around to look with me? We could split it, or something. Well, first off, we don't even know if the treasure is actually real. Mariah could be pulling our legs. I guess, but we don't see her angle in that game. What does she have to gain from that? My coffee is mostly gone. All that's left is a puddle and a few stray grounds. Time to top her off. I'll think about it, though. Really? I only say to think about it. Don't get too excited just yet. I won't. I just think it would be super cool. Marina flops her chin down and rests on the table. How's it going anyway? Have you figured out where the first part of the treasure might be? No luck. It's not the guy drew a map or anything. He just jotted down details about the places he went to. That, and rambling about how awesome he was. Do you think Mariah was right and he hid it on top of old Shippy? Don't listen to Mariah, okay? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Think about it. How would he even scale the mountain? He was traveling solo on horseback. I doubt he would even have the tools to do it. And even if he did, I'm pretty sure he would have gone on about it in his journal. With a puppy dog whine, Marina frowns. Are you sure he didn't mention anything else? Maybe something we didn't catch? I slide the book across the table and over the leftover crumbs, stretching out my stiff joints as I rest against the booth. Take a look if you want. My eyes are gonna start bleeding if I read it again. The only thing he really mentioned are the rocks and the dikes around it. the dikes. It's lesbian. Oh. Marina forces herself to stare down at the plate, the blush from earlier reappearing. Oh. Look at that face. She's like, you're so fucking cute right now. I said dykes and you think I meant lesbians. No, not like that. I stifle a giggle. Teasing her is going to be a blast. I mean, the rocks that branch out from the mountain. That's what they call. Huh? It's so simple. Makes sense. I shoot up and throw down some money. Marina jumps up at the sound of the table rattling. What's the matter? Did you figure out where it is? Maybe. At least a general idea. I march towards the door. The table rattles again as Maria leaps up. She stays behind to straighten out before scrambling to catch up with me. We're going now? Hell no. We don't have any equipment. But we know someone who does. I shove the door open, the last bastion between refreshing air and burning, dry heat. Come on, let's go cash in a favor. It sure was nice for Mariah and her friends to let us use some of her equipment. Only after that Joseph guy begged her to. I paused to look around. We decided to wait until nightfall to go look around some more. It's an entirely different world the further you get from the insanity. Quiet and calm. The only lights are stars and faint glows of the campground. The campers and motorhomes flickering in the distance. Marina fiddles with the metal detector's headphones, removing them halfway. Sorry, the beeping's loud. What was that? Forget it. I'm not playing that game. Just keep listening. Oh. Did you find something? I think so. It's over here. I set aside my shovel and throw myself to the ground, clawing at the sand. A shiny speck sticks out of the ground. Frantically, I dig it up. Is it the gold? It's... I scrape harder. It's... harder. It's... I finally unearth it and hold it up to the starlight. A soda tab. Damn it, this is the 5th one! If we find any more, we could start making a curtain out of them. Send the tab flying, speeding off over the dikes. Maybe we should call it a night. I'm sure we can find it once we're fresh in the morning. Nah, that's no good. We can only do it now because the Parks and Recreation isn't paying much attention. Though even now, someone's still guarding the area near the campground. The rocks give us some cover, so I don't think we'll be spotted. But we still need to be careful. We'll keep looking for a little while. If we can't find anything, we might want to assume the worst. Her face wrenches with hopelessness. That someone else found it? That it doesn't exist. Jeez, it's like you've never even considered that it might not be real. But Mariah... Yeah, I know. Ouch, I just hurt myself. I grab my shovel and swing it back over my shoulder. As we walk, we stay close to the mountain range as possible. Why are you so gung-ho about this anyway? If you're just in it for the cash, there are better ways to make money than dragging yourself around in the desert. It's nothing like that. It's just... Her voice trails off. It hangs over us, never fully evaporating into the cool night air. It's okay. Don't feel like you have to tell me. We both have things we don't want to talk about. And that's becoming very clear. At least Marina doesn't swerve off the road so she can go pout. I just don't want to think about it. All I've been doing for the last month is thinking about it. I almost wish my brain would quit working so I wouldn't have to. So naturally, I take a long, lonely trip with nothing to do except think. Amber, it's happening again. Marina stops, hands quivering as she tightens her grip. I swear, if this is another soda tab... I don't think it is. The beeping is really loud, and it's vibrating a lot. We could use this in the... Never mind. Dig, Amber, dig! Wait, it's vibrating? I said dig! It feels weird. The metal detector hovers over the ground between the rock and the sand. I thrust my shovel into the spot, the metal scraping against the edge of the dike. Planting my foot in the shovel's head, I drive it further into the ground, using every ounce of my strength to dig. The first load of dirt of the sand unclenches from the ground, loosening the earth around it. I throw the load aside and repeat the process. Each time it's a little easier, a little lighter. Finally, the shovel strikes something hard, sending a shocking vibration through my hand and up my entire body. Bedrock? I haven't dug that deep. Dropping to my knees, I reach my hands into the hole and brush off the remaining dirt. Marina leans in. The sound of her anxiously swallowing is barely audible over my heavy breathing. Oh, we have new art. My fingers brush against something. I gulp and pull out the hole's contents. A small, rotting wood box. My heart stops. Trembling, I open the box. The leftover dirt falling into my lap. Gold. It exists? It exists! It exists! Marina yells at the top of her lungs so loud that it bounces off the mountain, echoing off into the horizon and then back again. Marina has been unleashed. That's loud! They might hear us! She lowers her voice to an excited whisper, channeling her energy into the bouncing up and down. It exists! I told you it did! She's right. And despite being proven wrong, I can't help but smile. Here, I thought it was going to be some plastic treasure chest with a coupon for chocolate milk inside or something equally shameless and corporate. Amber! My only warning is a quick gust of wind. Even before I have a chance to brace for it, I'm engulfed by Marina and her hug. It's real! I told you it's real! I stop for a second and smile. Yeah, you're right, it is real. Should we tell someone? What do we do now? Honestly, I'm not sure. It's getting pretty late though. Let's pack up for the night. We can think about what to do in the morning. For now, we can just marvel at the fact that it's not bogus. Sound like a plan? It does, but... She takes a long, deep breath, inhaling all the air around, and maybe even some of mine, then releases it all at once. It's actually real! Maria, quiet. They're going to hear us. Oh, wow. Aren't you glad you went on this adventure, Amber?